Welcome to day 5, our last day in this Christmas week of Webisodes, and we've had hunky-dory all week, but today we're going to have some wonderful kits by our friends at Momenta.
They are all-inclusive kits individually, so they're made to be used individually, but we kind of like mixing and matching and seeing what you can do with that.
Of course we do. Come play with us. Well, here they are. As we said, there are 4 kits. Four kits.
But we're going to start with this one.
Yes.
Or do we want to say what they are first? Or just
no, let's show them each.
Okay.
They each kind of come in a box
with all of these wonderful, fun little goodies.
And this one is called Most Wonderful Day of the Year. And just as you can see the box, we'll get in close so you can see this very first card.
Right, because they give you everything you need to create 8 cards if you make this card, this idea. So you can make 8 cards just like that, or you can do some different things. You can make them look a little different, still make 8 cards.
So let's see what's inside.
Okay.
As you can see, there are 78 pieces. So we've got some of the pieces here, and this is the stamp. So it is a wood mounted stamp, and it's the most wonderful time of the year, beautifully done.
So a nice little stamp you get in there, and then you get this nice little red ink pad to go with it.
So that works really nicely. And in this case...
Is that the brown one?
This is the brown one.
This is the brown one.
In all of them, you get cards, and the cards in this case are pre-printed. So you can see that it's printed on the front and on the back. I like the fact that it's solid on the back.
It's scored and folded, so it's ready to start with.
And kind of fun that you get craft envelopes.
Yeah.
So
that's really cute and a little bit different.
8 cards, 8 envelopes. You're also going to get some foam squares. Yes, we sort of have, they're circles. We've used some.
We've been sort of dipping into these already. So.
And let me show you.
And those great snowflakes. We showed the snowflakes.
Right.
Okay.
Where are the snowflakes? They're there. We didn't talk about the snowflakes.
Right.
They're also in the craft color as well as the white.
And I like that the white is print on one side. It's white. On the other side, it's got printed with those nice little lines.
And there are 24 of the snowflakes.
So lots of snowflakes to work with.
And I forgot to mention the rhinestones. So the rhinestones are right there.
And they're self-adhesive, so they're ready to stick on.
And there are 8 little tags. So let me show them to you.
So you're seeing all of that on this card. So you're seeing the tag, you've got the rhinestone, and the idea, it shows you there. And these are smaller cards too. I can't remember the size of them.
They're 3.5 by 4 7/8.
So it's a nice little card size. But what else can you do with that?
Well, here is another idea. So yes, it's true, we did add a few more things. But you know, you might have those in your stash, or you might need to get them. Either way.
Use what you have laying around if you want to make it a little different.
So we can see here is how the snowflakes are layered, in this case using the one with the printing on top of the craft.
And it was layered with that foam tape, but first Susan took a little of the silver linen specialty paper and backed the center of that so you can see through the holes to that silver linen paper.
And to make the card larger, she matted it also on the silver linen. Now you could use cardstock, you know, it doesn't make any difference. We kind of go for more glitz, don't we?
So the actual card, I love this. So here is the card, here's the front, and here's the back of the card. She just opened it up. She laid that scored line right here, and then she cut part of the card off so that she could lay the whole thing right on there.
So then she'll have another piece to use. Now the stamp was used right here. This is the tag, and there are 8 of those in the kit.
And it's been matted on that silver linen specialty paper, and a little fold over piece of that glitter, that velvet glitter ribbon that we've been seeing all week.
And I think this idea of the craft with the white with the teal is just a really pretty combination, and with the rhinestones it just adds that silver touch.
So just an extra sparkle on that.
On the inside, more of those snowflakes and more of that teal that was cut off right here was placed on the inside.
And then you're seeing some Dazzles, the 3-pack of the, let's see, the Christmas greetings Dazzle. So you've got all those 3 finishes, but Susan wanted it silver to match what was going on. So
Of course she did.
Of course she did. So she used a metallic StazOn ink just on the Dazzle words so that she could change the color of them.
Because we didn't have silver.
Right.
We had gold.
How come we don't have silver? Well,
Well,
no, but we have red, gold, and black, and it's beautiful. And you could just put the gold on there just like that,
You
or
could.
the black, that would be beautiful. But that's Susan's sort of extra special
Right.
touch.
So you've got several things. So what I like about the kits is it gives you some unusual elements.
Right.
You can really super assembly line do
Right.
one that is a really nice little
a
card.
very pretty little card, just
Yeah.
like this, and you can make them all the same like that, or you can take this apart a little bit and do something a little different. If you
And I
like.
do like the fact that those tags are included, already cut to size,
Right.
and you can just stamp on them. The stamp is quite lovely. So that is kit number one.
And I
It
love the
is-
snowflakes, by the way.
Yes, I
They're
do
really
too.
adorable.
It's called A Most Wonderful Time of the Year, so that's what we have. That was
Right.
the 78 piece.
And we're moving on to the next set, or are we
We're
gonna show
moving
what-
on to the
okay,
next set.
got
So
it.
the next set is
right.
called Peace on Earth, and it's going to have this stamp in it, as you can see as I'm holding it up there. This has 71 pieces, and it's going to add some doilies.
Which
and
make a really nice look. In their example, they have the small card and they have this doily just cut in half and placed on the fold.
And I'm not sure if you can see, well, we'll open up the kit, but there are also some white paper flowers.
Right, we'll show you those.
More of the rhinestones.
And some twine in there too. Now all of that is within the kit.
Right, so you're going to get the stamp, and you're going to get another ink pad, the white paper flowers.
Flowers, there are a
and
whole lot of them.
there are 8 of them, right?
Oh, there's more.
But there are more than
There
8.
are.
It
There
must
are way
be
more
8
than
of each size.
Of each size, because there are tiny
Yeah.
ones, there are medium ones, and there are large ones.
I think we were wrong.
And some
There's
of them
more.
are scored or embossed a little bit, so
Yeah.
they have a little bit of lift on
So
there.
there's a
little
handful of
3D
flowers
look.
just
Yeah,
like that. Some
lots
twine.
of flowers.
The doilies, there are 4 of them.
Right.
And there are the small rhinestones. We've used some of them, so you can see you get a whole bunch. And these cards are the craft, and their corners are
Like
rounded.
that. So you get 8 of those
Right.
cards, and then
And-
you're going to get 8 white envelopes. So
Right.
they changed it. In the other
Right.
one, you got a printed paper and a craft envelope. This one's a little different.
So doilies and flowers with peace on earth,
Right.
and you have the
a
ink
white
paper.
ink pad
Right.
and twine, and what can you do with that
Well-
if you choose to make something a little different?
Right, so here, as you said, is the card on the front. Here is the same card. Now, we've taken the doily and just cut it into fourths.
Okay.
And then did each of them, as you see, on
Right.
a corner. And the flowers have just been layered because you'd want to do that. But the color
But
is coming
is
from
a little
something.
different, and that comes from the watercolor pencils, the blue watercolor pencil set,
Okay.
which I think you have
Yeah,
there.
I do. Let me just show you. These
Okay.
are the Faber-Castell.
They come in a set of 9 with
Right.
different shades or hues of blue and a paintbrush. And so I've got the doily, I've got that card, and a paintbrush. There's a couple of different ways you can do this. Debbie said that what she did was wet her brush and then just picked up a little ink from the end of that pencil just like that and started brushing it on there. And well, that works great. Another way to do it is sort of get a little ink right onto, you can make a little puddle if you do this with the end of your pencil, really easy. You can add a little water if you want it toned down and just brush the edge. So you can do that on your doily, and you can do that on your flowers as well.
It sort of makes a wash, so that way you're getting very blended and very muted colors on the doily, but you can get it more intense on the flowers. Using the twine in the back, if you like, those rhinestones. So we've got rhinestones under the piece on earth, which I
Right.
just think is so pretty.
It is pretty, and that's been stamped. Now the ink pad and the stamp that came with it were used to create that, and you
Right.
just add the rhinestones.
So you're going to get a nice collection of stamps in all of these. On the inside, if you like, just trim off the doily. Don't throw it away because you can use it elsewhere. And doing the same thing.
If you wanted to go a little further, use this on the front of another card.
Absolutely.
And then just leave the inside blank.
Right.
There's small card. This is a small card. It's kind of interesting to, do something pretty on the front and leave the inside to write on
Right.
as well.
Now this one had 71 pieces, so this is the
Okay.
piece on earth. And I have another, which is kind of combining the first two sets because it's taking those snowflakes, and don't they fit beautifully on the doily?
They look beautiful on there with just a little bit of that twine there that adds to it. I love that. But you're seeing also some hammered silver.
Right, because you know how we are. Can't ever leave well enough alone. But again, adding a specialty paper if you'd like to do that. You know, this would be really pretty with a dark navy suede behind it.
So I think that the strips that you're seeing here come from the card.
Right,
from
in the
other
first kit.
So the first kit, you're seeing this card, and you can use that to create a banner here and to mat this little tag that came from that same kit.
Let's get in close to see that. I think those stripes are really pretty behind our piece on Earth.
So it's kind of fun to mix and match, and that's the brown ink pad that was used in the first kit that you saw.
It's funny, that kind of looks like cork, but it's not.
A little bit.
And so that's combining the two kits. So, you know, you get to do that if you like.
I do love the gatefold effect.
And then opening this up and having one doily cut in half on each side. A sprig of not only the snowflakes but the flower.
The flower on the center. So that's a little explosion of fun, right?
Yeah. And using the first stamp and those tags on the inside. So you can mix and match. And that's one of the nice things about that is you get some things that you're going to use up, the consumables, the envelopes and the cards, but then you've got some things like the ink pads and the stamps that are tools for evermore.
Right, so you can have those to keep and continue on and use them for lots more cards.
So you want to see another one?
Let's see another one.
Okay, let's bring in a love, joy, and peace.
All right.
Okay, now.
So this is our third kit.
It is. And this kit has foiled cards, so let's open this up and see.
And there are 26 pieces within this kit. So we start with those beautiful gold-lined cards.
Or goiled ones, too. That'll work too.
Goil. Such
and
a goil.
This also has some craft envelopes, so it's nice that you get both of them. The stamp is a much larger one, and you can see the Christmas tree of joy, love, peace, believe, and Christmas. Just a really nice one.
That's a really beautiful stamp. That's a nice one to keep and continue on with.
Absolutely. Now this has a watermark ink pad. We know of the brand Versamark, but it's the type of ink pad it is called a watermark, and that's what you have here because you have gold embossing powder.
So gold embossing powder, you use that with that big beautiful stamp, and this one I think has 12 of those cards.
Oh, you're right.
This has more than the others.
Right.
12 cards, 12 of those envelopes in that smaller size that we've been talking about with these elements. And here are some of the things that you can do with those.
So let's just look at this card to begin with. So simply done, it's taking the foiled card and doing the embossing in gold, and that's working really nicely.
That just makes a very simple but beautiful card with that beautiful embossing.
Yeah. Now, what if you took that embossing and did it on green cardstock, do the gold, and cut it into a triangle.
And then you can mat it on some gold metallic paper.
Right, and then if we put this on the front of our card,
with a little bow at the top
you've got another idea.
I love that look.
Isn't that fun?
I love the bow at the top, really.
Especially if I centered it, would be even better.
Oh, well.
There we go. I'll work on that.
They knew what you were talking about.
Now, if you want to turn it into a tag, you can take that through the magic of basically of Gail, we can turn it into a tag, and so there you are. Now we have added to this more of that velvet ribbon because you know we love it, and some dazzles. So we've just added that, and it just is.
There are some holly dazzles on that the Merry Christmas stickers, and then you can use those greetings for anything else you like insides of some of your cards.
This has a whole bunch to go on the inside if you would like. So
we also have some actual holly dazzles that are just holly, which would be cute there too.
Right, so you can add to it. We've added some of the red jewel dazzles just to add a little color,
and then glitter ribbon top and bottom.
Yeah, of course. But with that stamp, it's such a nice size that they just would encourage you to do a couple of other things with it. That's really, really nice.
So that's a fun kit. Use that stamp over and over, and then we're into our last kit.
And this is
fourth
Merry
kit.
and Bright. This is our fourth one, you're right. Merry and Bright has 33 pieces. And let's go in here to see the card. And you can see that there's something different here. So each one of them has a unique quality. This one has some really cute bottles.
The bottles are great. They come with a little cork topper for on there, and it comes with glitter to fill it
in fact,
up.
let me show you. Here are the bottles. There are 6 of them. And as you said, there is a hunkin' bunch of glitter.
Yeah, that's going to fill up those bottles, and then you're going to have a lot of really pretty fine glitter left over for lots of different uses. And that's not embossing powder, it's just glitter.
It's just glitter, right.
Okay.
And then you have these little tags that are out of craft paper.
And they have a little punched hole up at the top. You can just pop that little piece out. You can see
it looks
tags.
like that. There you go. Then
I
you
love
have
those
these dots.
tiny little tags. They're so cute. And you have some twine in there that has some nice gold weaving through that twine.
And you have this 2 stamps. You have this tiny little snowflake, which is going to fit perfectly on your little tags also. In addition, you have the Merry and Bright, and this time a red ink pad. So that's nice.
And that's going to go nicely with these card toppers.
Right.
So there are 6 in this kit. You get 6 card toppers with this gold foil edging of these little dots, and I love the rounded corners.
And then you also have the craft cards. Again, you have 6 of these. And this time you have red envelopes. So that's what we felt. Just a fun mix of things.
A fun little mix gets you started, and you can make the little card that you saw on the front of the box.
We'll bring that in just so you can see it again. There's the card. Here's another version of the card of using that little bottle. We've done some Dazzles and colored them in gold that says cheer. Merry and Bright in red because you have the red ink pad, the stars.
You've got the little stars around there. The little gold edging is already on that card, but I love these banners. And they're done with what we're calling the Christmas sheets. They are self-adhesive sheets.
They look like this. There's a whole collection.
There's 10 of them, I believe.
There are 10.
10 different colors.
Some are sparkly and some are mirror. And this is a really fun way to combine them. And we did add some dotted ribbon.
So we're still using that small card, but you've got that little filled up bottle that's just been dotted in place.
And I love the idea that it says cheer on it. And so it's kind of like pixie dust inside.
And that comes from the tiny Christmas words. Those Dazzles. They've been, and with Stays On Metallic, this time with the gold Stays On Metallic, which has been very much used.
Because we're never satisfied, are we? And then on the inside, look at that. Very fun to use that little stamp and combine it with the other materials.
It
does look magical.
It is. It's
and
a
then
cute one.
if you don't want to do cards, I mean, you can use the stamps, you can use the embellishments on other things. This is this is actually a composition book that has just been covered with paper and stamped the bejeebers out of it and all over using the variety of products in all of these. So the red as well as the embossed gold.
So you've got the inks used on there. You've got that little bottle up here that's been tied. You've got to look at the little tag.
Oh, cute.
On the little tag, you stamp that little snowflake on white, and then you punch it out and glue it onto that tag, and that's so cute. This twine does not come with the kits. That's an addition.
You know, I even wonder if you could use those circles of foam tape.
Oh, sure.
And stamp on those, and I don't know. You can try it out.
Maybe stick them right on there. So and that was done on both sides. It looks like a little peppermint.
It does. Very cute.
And the edge of the binder, use a little of that watermark ink and then emboss it with the gold embossing powder.
Because you've got that in the kit. So lots of ideas and lots of creativity, even though the Momenta folks, their intention was that these be all self-contained, as we know. And that does a great job, but look what it can do if you start mixing and matching and having some fun.
You can have lots of fun, and you can make wonderful Christmas cards. So thanks for joining us for our week of Webisodes.
And we'll see you next week with a brand new Webisode. And thank you again. And by the way, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.